My husband cheated on me with my niece. I'm panicking a little bit. I'm a little scared. This story came October 7th, 2024. This niece is my brother's daughter, and she is 23. I feel a little bit better, but not really. For more than a year, I felt she was looking way too much at my husband, who is 40, but my mind couldn't accept this, and I told myself I was crazy. I know she admires him. She is very vocal about it. I didn't do anything because I never saw anything suspicious on his side. My brother is a loser, to be frank, and a stupid excuse of a father. Oh, tell us how you really feel about your brother. Drinks, gambles, and usually unemployed. My husband collects him frequently from the hospital and pays for the medicine that he has for his liver. A lot of times when my niece was a child still, I took care of her, cooked for her, got her ready for school. Her mother left with someone else and she abandoned her with her father. My husband is the complete opposite of him. He takes care of his appearance, has a successful business, 45 employees. She looked up to him and said she learned a lot from him about how a business works. When the line was really crossed was when one day she insisted on ironing his suit. He always wears suits and ties, and she wanted to prepare it for him. I was very busy with my 7-year-old daughter who had a hard time getting used to the new school, and I let it pass. A very stressful period for me. And she helped. I told her I will just order food every day, but she wanted to be useful. So she said. She cooked what he liked to eat, never asked what we wanted, just what he wants. And 3 days ago, I found out he slept with her while I was away on a business trip. I'm a little nauseous. That's family, so to speak. Disgusting? Disgusting! I left my daughter with them in the house, but he took her to my mother. I actually got an anonymous text, which turned out to be from a friend of hers. I hoped that it was a stupid joke, but I told him I know that he slept with her, and he started apologizing and explained that it happened just once, that they had wine, and that it happened. I don't know what to do now. I have a few ideas. Then she went and added this edit to the same post. Another reason why I think he didn't groom the situation was that this is not the first time she has slept with a married man. She did it last year too. I had a talk with her back then, and she was very proud of what she did. She wasn't looking for love. She just fancied the idea to sleep with a man in power. That man was also with high school status and in the military. It's just her thing. She sees these kinds of men as superior and worthy. She never gave any chance to a guy her age, and she looked down on them. She's not like a lot of modern young women who want to be independent and strong. She knows she's beautiful and is playing the beauty card. She's extremely feminine to a point that even her voice is always soft and low, like she wants to appear submissive and good girl. She never went clubbing, for example, because good girls don't do that. Doesn't want a driver license because she feels it's masculine to drive a car? What? That's bizarre. I don't believe that. I think that's just an excuse. Maybe she just doesn't want to drive. But what are you talking about? We have an update, and it came 2 days later. My mother tried to talk to her again, and Anastasia, my niece, told her that she hates me, and she hated me for years. Well, clearly. That I have everything and I didn't have to work for it, and she was left behind by her mother, was pitied and even mocked at school by others because she has a loser drunk father. While I had a perfect life, a perfect career, and a perfect husband. I was envied and admired. She was shamed and pitied. I also needed to return home because it will affect me in court if I don't allow my husband to see his daughter. I found a mess in my bedroom. My husband was cleaning it up with my mother. Anastasia threw all of my stuff from the closet and wanted to put hers there. Like she's just moving herself in now as new wifey? What do you mean? Mother said that my husband needed to grab her hands and immobilize her because she acted crazy. She hit him, and in the end, hold on, let me read. Hit him, and in the end, he also did to her to stop her from scratching and kicking my mother. Confirmed though, she did attack her. Niece attacked her mother, grandma. What a mess. This is all Too much. None of this is right. My husband called a doctor to give her something to calm her, and this worked. He begs me to forgive him. He was always the arrogant, confident man who was being begged for one thing or another by people around him. I never saw him so ruined. My mother cried and told me this is not the first time she attacked her when angry, but she never did anything about it because the girl suffered enough, and having something like that on her record might hurt her future even more. Also, my brother continues to be a total piece of you know what, and asked my husband if he will give him more money because of this. I just want to stop talking to all of them. I don't blame you. We have another update, and this one came the next day. I had a talk with my husband. He said he didn't think that she was that unstable. Great. So you screwed her because you thought she was stable. How does that help? She wants him. I already blocked her number, but she still texted me from some new one, and then I blocked that one too. How we all call her crazy, but it's the crazy who makes sex interesting, and that he will come for more. She's ruthless. I really cannot believe that this is my niece. She said how she deserves him more than I do, and that I don't deserve a man like him, and that I deserve one like her father. My mother is in a sensitive situation now. She said that the girl was hysterical with both of them, her and my husband. Neither wanted to call the police because that would lead to so many questions about what happened between them. He doesn't want his associates to find out, and my mother, well, it's still her granddaughter and she didn't want to cause her problems. My brother is drinking as nothing matters to him, and even asked my husband if he can give him more money because of this, and in a sick way above it all. Not like because of what you did, more like because you got to screw my daughter. Ugh. It's almost like he feels that his daughter sleeping with my husband was a way to get under my husband's skin or show that he is thankful. That's all in my head. No one has confirmed this hypothesis, but these are the vibes that I get from him. Girl, for a second I thought you meant he said that too, and I was like, ugh. I even speculated whether my brother knew about what she was doing. You suspected my mother, but I bet she didn't. She's a broken woman because of her son being such a waste of space, but she's always been very open with me about everything. Now we have some comments from OP herself. This is a comment about how the conversation went with her husband and what was said in that conversation. She wrote, "While I was at the hotel, I talked with him on the phone and asked for his version of events. I told him that I am willing to believe they had sex just once, but I am not naive enough to believe there was nothing going on before this. With great difficulty, he admitted and showed me texts from her, so I believe that she spent a night in our house while I was away. This happened 2 months ago. She texted him that her father threw her out of the house. This was the reason that she decided to go and live separately, and she was paying rent because they had an argument and he pushed her into the wall. I know that niece did something horrible here, but I also feel for her. It's not an excuse for her actions right now by any means, but I feel for her. She sounds like she had a very rough upbringing, and she's got some stuff to work out there. She's got some trauma. She's got to work through that. It was in the middle of the night, and she texted him if she could go and sleep in our house. I read the text messages. All screenshots were proof. He picked her up. We have 3 empty rooms. She slept in one of them. This, however, cannot be proven. He swore nothing happened, but they drank in the kitchen until 4 a.m, and they talked about her father, and she just told him that she wishes her father was more like him. But he didn't think much of it, he said. He took it as an appreciative comment, and after emptied his glass and he went to sleep. All right, so he's claiming that's the only thing that happened between them. She came and spent the night, but they did not do anything, obviously, until the time that they did. All right, now this is a comment confirming that she's not divorcing. She wrote, "I was accused by some that I am the worst here because instead of protecting her from him when she was a teen, I let him eye her. Where do you even get that from? I will not forgive him. I will not divorce him. Just leave me feeling without calling me unhinged for that. Yes, his infidelity is not my biggest concern right now." Oh, okay. I kept this title for the update because it all started with this. I am hurt more by the fact the girl I loved so much not only wanted my husband, but she also hates me. She hates me from the bottom of her heart, and I didn't even suspect this. She hates my daughter, who also adores her. I thought she adored her too. They spent so much time together, my niece was playing with her for hours. And now I find out that she's disgusted by me. I don't think you realize how horrible this is and what a shock. No, we realize, but we also realize that your husband slept with your niece. I don't know if you've realized. Also to know that my mother hid from me how unstable she is and what she has been talking about me. His infidelity and betrayal hurts, but you didn't ask me what our relationship is, how close we are, how much he means to me. She meant to me more than him. This is all very interesting. After that first cheating episode, I think a good part of my love died. But we didn't divorce. We stayed for our child. I know it's not a good idea, but for us, it worked somehow. I still loved him, but not so much anymore because he has hurt me. But I loved my niece more than him. And the fact she slept with him is horrible, but what I heard her telling me about how she feels about me hurts even more. Okay, I'm trying to understand that perspective, her niece's family. She helped raise her at times, took her in when she was struggling as a young girl. I can understand that pain as well. Before we get to the next update, I need a sip of water, okay? It's giving me a headache, I gotta be honest. Grab your beverage of choice, but you should drink some water. Cheers. Hey, I see you in there, girl. All right, the next update came very recently, 3 days ago at the time of this recording. October 4th, 2025, 1 year later. What are we sensing? What are our guesses? Are they together? Are they divorced? Are niece and husband now together? What's the vibe? I think they're still together. I think they stayed together and maybe worked out how to be cordial and move forward from this. That's my guess. Excuse me. All right, so a bit of backstory to clarify this situation. I played a big part in raising my niece, Anastasia. I think I called her Anastasia at one point. Did I? She was 23 in the original posting, but she is now 24. Her mother left with another man, and her father, my brother, was an alcoholic his whole life and neglected his daughter. I married Ivan, who was his opposite. From a poor child, he became a successful businessman, and last year, when this mess took place, his business had more than 50 employees. Over the past months, he grew even more. He takes care of himself, he wore suits, was confident, slim and tall, and a good father to our 7-year-old daughter. Anastasia adored him. She was 16 when I got married to him, and finally, we had a man in the family to control her father. He defended her. If she called in the middle of the night that her father's friends are over there and she is scared, Ivan, my husband, picked her up and drove her over to us. She was very vocal about how much she admires him. My husband and her father didn't get along well. My husband was fed up with picking him up from the hospital, paying for the liver issues that he had, and Ivan also took care financially of my mother. He cheated on me several times, but I felt secure in this marriage and okay. Is that not like the most bizarre statement to anybody else? He cheated on me several times, but I felt secure in this marriage. I don't know how anybody feels secure in a marriage where someone is cheating on you multiple times. And he controlled this chaos of a family. Fast forward, it was revealed to me that Ivan and Anastasia have been messing around behind my back for more than a year. Who's surprised? Not me. After or before family dinners and whenever I was not around. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I panicked in my head about age. Still gross. But anyways, Anastasia changed a lot or revealed her true face. She told me she wants my husband. She deserves him more than me. I divorced him. I was wrong. I was wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. I was way off. Were you guys right? I divorced him and very quickly, he and my niece started dating officially. We weren't even divorced yet, actually. What? Oh my God, that's so weird. Meanwhile, oh my gosh, no. Meanwhile, my brother passed away. Girl, you must be going through it. And he even tried to ask Ivan for money due to the mess. The relationship between my niece and my ex didn't last long. He started drinking too, cried in front of our daughter, and he blamed Anastasia for ruining our marriage. She was obsessed with him, but ended up leaving him. Anastasia was always out of this world beautiful, and she quickly found someone else, and my husband tried his best to get her back more than he ever tried to get me back. But their relationship was 90% a bedroom fantasy, so my therapist helped me understand that this was the reason. I blamed myself. Now, 1 year later, all three of us are single. Anastasia apologized to me, and even though I still love her, I couldn't forgive her, and I don't want her around me. She realized who he really is, and it saddens me, but she is all alone. No friends, no family, nothing. She still reaches out from time to time. He is dating around 20-something-year-olds, and I am still in therapy, but I have a good job, and I take care of my daughter, Maggie. I found out that my mother and my brother knew all along about the affair, but no one told me. They probably feared what happened anyway, that we would divorce, and then there would be no financial support for them. Talk about the worst year of your life. I am so sorry. Then there was an edit added later to this post. I will try to address a few questions. I do not consider taking Anya back ever. And the thing is, I'm assuming that's a nickname for Anastasia? And the thing is, her affair with Ivan is not even the top reason. I saw texts between them, and she also told me painful things directly. She hates me and my daughter. I don't say her upbringing doesn't explain it. It does, but it doesn't excuse it. My mother always criticized her, compared her to my daughter and to myself. For those who were reading my posts before, Anastasia is pretty curvy. My husband once, when wanted to mock me, would say, "Even your niece has bigger than you." She was a D cup in high school, and my mother used to body shame her, saying she looks like a sloot. What a toxic environment this all is. She is tall and well proportioned and has a beautiful body, but she wanted to be skinny like me. Due to the chest, she couldn't really wear button-up shirts, and my mother kept telling her to lose weight. Anastasia wasn't overweight, but she did have thicker legs and her chest was heavy. At first, she was probably ashamed, and then with Ivan, she started using that to her advantage. I do know for sure she confirmed that she tried to get him in her bed for a long time. Number 2, Anastasia didn't do this with Ivan only. She flirted with her cousin's boyfriend, whom she disliked and mocked, but she got a job at the same company that he worked for, and he was doing her job. I was wrong when I claimed he never manipulated her. He did. He told her I didn't love her and that I considered her a burden. It's not that I never told him when we were alone that I'm a bit overwhelmed with her, and if her parents were present, it would be better. But my priority was my own daughter. And he told her I said she is a burden and that I should only care for our daughter. One of the reasons I didn't divorce him, even though he was cheating on me, was Anastasia precisely. My brother and his friends were really dangerous to her. It was way more effective to have a man there to pick her up and bring her to safety. I would also have been afraid. Well, bless you for still caring about her safety after what she did. I do think the divorce was probably necessary. Now we're gonna check out some comments. Someone wrote, "So your mother and brother knew? To me, that is the ultimate family betrayal. Your own mother preferred you be cheated on than to tell you the truth. I am sorry you have such a horrible family, and I hope you can teach your daughter how to be a good person. I personally wouldn't allow my daughter around such people. You and her deserve so much more." OP responded, "They also betrayed her. They basically were willing to pimp her out." Okay, I'm gonna just say okay. I have a million thoughts running in my head. Next comment. "I remember your posts. I'm so glad you got away from him, and also devilishly happy that your ex and her didn't work out either. They both deserve everything that happens to them." OP wrote, "You know, I still love him and I still love her, but I learned to live without them." Next comment. "What does Anastasia say when she tries to reach out to you? Does your daughter Maggie still ask about her? Does Ivan still ask about her? How is her relationship with your mom? And how is your relationship with Ivan? How is your relationship now with the mutual friends that knew about her affair when they used to date officially and comment on their posts together? Do you still engage with them? How are you doing? How are you feeling? How many questions are you gonna ask? What is your status at work now? We miss you. Hope you're doing great. Okay, ask 9 million questions in one post. But you know what? I appreciate the answers. So the OOP responded and wrote, Ivan does want Anastasia back, but it hurts me way less than a few months ago. He bought her a very expensive necklace, like my 2 months' salary or something, and she didn't accept it. Ivan always had options. Women were giving him attention all the time, and not only due to his money. He is arrogant and narcissistic, but there are plenty of women, me and my niece included, who confuse them with high confidence. And he has a kind of charm about him. Something cold, detached, no idea what, but he has charisma. So he always had options, but he wants her more than he wants me back, and I need to deal with this. They are still hooking up occasionally from what I heard. When she reaches out, she is usually crying that she has no one. She rarely calls though, usually just texts me. She's blaming him that he turned her against me and was telling her for years how much I think she is a burden and how only he can take care of her. So Ivan and her are still in touch somehow. He took her with him over a weekend somewhere. I know this from a mutual friend that was also there. They behaved like a couple. I don't really engage with any of them, just some friends that I guess had no idea about the affair. Work is good, but we are all worried a little bit. AI is taking over all our processes, and well, we know what that means in the long run. I joined a book club too. I guess I'm happy she asked all those questions. We got some good info there. Next comment. But how come she still texts you and blames him, but then still hooks up with him and travels with him and behaves like a couple while he's dating 20-year-old women? She still considers herself single? Why is she hooking up with him and using him and then crying about it? I don't get it. So many people do that, especially if somebody has money. They hook up with their ex, they use them for travel, for money. I feel like that's pretty common, especially in Reddit stories. OOP responded and said, you remember her. She was totally unreliable. She's a pathological liar too, or maybe just manipulative. The weekend thing happened 2 months ago, so I have no fresh information. The last time I heard from her was 3 weeks ago, and she didn't mention it at all. He is dating, but maybe it's not the right word, and he's just messing around with them. I was wrong on my guess, but let me know what you guys guessed, what your predictions were, and what your thoughts are. I'll see you in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.